Hello everyone, what's up? So I know I haven't really uploaded any videos since Wuthering Waves' launch, and I just kind of want to make a quick video on just my overall first impressions of the game so far since its release. Uh, been pretty much just streaming this game over on my Twitch channel. If you're interested in keeping up with any of that gameplay, I'll leave the links in the description below, and I'll leave it up to you if you decide you want to follow. Any follows are greatly appreciated. I appreciate any support anyone's able to give me. As far as the game goes, I've been having a lot of fun with this game so far. Despite all the issues I've been seeing online, I know there's been some performance issues and some people haven't been able to even play the game. I sympathize with you, and I know that kind of stuff sucks. I'm not going to touch too much on those topics because with Wuthering Waves, I haven't been experiencing those issues myself. So this is an opinion formed just on my experiences. So with that said, my experiences of the game, as far as it running on my computer, it's been pretty buttery smooth. I've had a little bit of startup lag, but once I let it, like, work itself out, it probably like takes less than 5 seconds. The game runs really smooth. As far as from a gameplay's perspective, I do enjoy the combat. It's probably one of my most favorite things about the game. Some of these characters have little neat hidden mechanics that are... I don't know if they explain them in the tutorials. I haven't done any of the tutorials myself, but some of the neat, like the little hidden mechanics, like Rover being able to do like change like different movesets based on like the little flash you see there, is kind of nice. Um, though as far as experiencing the game itself, I'm probably been playing it like a little bit different than other people have. I've only been playing this game with just the starter characters that they give you. So if, as you can see on my account, I only have the 4 characters, the with Rover, Yang Yang, Baixia, and Chixia, and I've only really put any investment into the first 3. I recently just finished the mission to ascend my world level at rank 20. And up until that point, I was actually able to complete everything that I've done so far with just these 3 characters at level 15 and almost no investment into like even equipping them with echoes or their weapons. The only real reason that I'm showing that they have any investment at all is because once I got to that mission for the World Ascension, there was a timer on the fight where I had to clear 2 waves of level 46 enemies. I think it was in less than 3 minutes or something like that. I can't remember what the timer, but I really felt the push to meet that timer a lot, especially since the enemies are level 46 and my team is level 15. So had to basically put my characters up to level 40, at least just Rover and Yang Yang, and actually equip them with uh, some echoes to just kind of give them that tiny little bit of stat boost. You can kind of see that all the echoes are +0 except for one of them on Rover. Now, this is probably not like the way most people have been playing it. I'm 100% sure most people have been actually playing the game, playing the gacha like how you should. You pull on the standard banners and so on, and get your characters. But as you see, I haven't done any of that, and I've just been kind of pushing to see how far the free characters will take you. And I've been pleasantly surprised by like just being able to clear all the content I could with just making up for it in player skill. As far as the story goes, there's been a lot of complaints about the story, especially concerning the English voice acting. I'm not going to touch on the English voice acting. I don't know what it sounds like. I actually played this game with just the Chinese voice acting. And I actually play all my gacha games with the Chinese voice acting. It's my preferred language to listen to, even though I'm not a native Chinese speaker. I just like the vocal tones of it, so I can just read the subtitles, and that's fine to get my context. But as far as the plot of the story goes, everything before Scar it's kind of like a drag. It is a lot of info dumping. The pacing is a little slow. There's not a whole lot going on. But once I got to the point with Scar and everything after that, up until the start of Act 5, I've really enjoyed it. Scar is an extremely well-written character. He's probably one of my top favorite antagonists in any gacha game I've played. It might be he might be a top contender, like probably like top 5. Say top 5. But the Factitus is such an interesting faction. I'm looking forward to seeing a lot more of them. Will probably update my thoughts once I do like the Act 5, Act 6 story. But as far as a whole goes with the story, I want to say that the story itself is probably like a 6 out of 10, maybe a 7 out of 10. It's very, my opinion is very hindered by that first section. It's a very poor first impression of the story pacing, and it's probably like, especially once they add the skip all function, the later patch that they talked about, it's probably going to turn a lot of people off from the story in general, and they're just going to skip some of the later parts that are actually, in my opinion, good. Now, as far as the world design goes, the world itself, I believe this map is smaller than Genshin's. I'm not 100% sure on that. But as far as the world itself goes, I really like the aesthetics of a lot of this world. There's a lot of post-apocalyptic settings and stuff like that. But they did a good job with diversifying a lot of these zones. The only real complaints I had is maybe these parts up here. There's probably a story reason for why it's so, like, empty up here. But a lot of this area up here feels very much like it just blends together, and it just may as well be one zone even though it's listed as 3. But these ones down here, and then probably these ones down here, I remember, yeah, I remember these ones from closed beta test. A lot of this area down here is very well designed. Every area feels unique into itself. Like the dim forest is very pretty, especially after you do the area quest for it. And even the stuff for Port City of Guishi, I hope I pronounced that right. It's very nice. Like, it's very well designed. You with the empty buildings, the fire flowers and stuff like that. Like, it really sets the tone of what this world is about in here. And even the mining area, like, even though it's, you know, it's basically just a large mining rig, it's a very noticeable landmark in the map. But that's really like the only complaints I have, like, as far as like the world design itself, is like those top areas is just, I wish they had done a little bit more to them to kind of make them a little bit more individualized from each other, instead of like it feels like they just it's just one blended zone. That's really only thing I really wanted to discuss on Wuthering Waves in this video. Overall, this game has been a lot of fun. I've been enjoying like the challenges myself, and just kind of pushing to see how far you can get with just free characters and little and minimal investment. And it's been plenty surprising. But let me know what your guys' thoughts are, if you want to leave a comment down in the video. But that's going to be it from me, and I hope you guys have yourselves a good night, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!